Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, I have been dying to have this conversation again. We have so much to talk about. Pull up your chair and grab some tea. Let's talk. You guys, I'm Jen. Honk honk. Okay, I have been wanting to go back over this stuff and I just found a reason to. You guys are the best. So I was perusing St. Meghan Markle over on Reddit, as you do, right? And I saw a thread of something I've covered in the past and something that's been on my mind again lately. And so I'm excited to be here and talk about it with you all. What am I talking about? Overshadowing. Okay. Let's go back in our rewind machine here, our time machine, and remind everybody that these two, well, we know they like to try, emphasis on try, to overshadow anything that the royal family does. But reminder, Omid, in his dumbass book, which one, the more recent dumbass book, tried to say that, no, that's not a thing that they do. They don't do that. Well, I have about 1 billion examples of when they tried to overshadow, again, emphasis on try, the royal family. So I'm going to get into all of that. But I thought first, let's look at the actual thread that was brought up, talk about some of the examples given over there, and I'll go over my 100 million examples of them just doing crappy things to try to get attention for themselves. When you have nothing else, then you have to do things like this. You don't see the royal family planning their lives around Harry and Meghan. It's the other way around. And it's so bizarre to see. You know, we just came off the Wales's 13th anniversary. Happy anniversary, William and Catherine. Love them so much. Speedy recovery to Catherine, of course, as well as the king. But yeah, we're just coming off that. And what happens? I knew something would happen. Did you catch it? The night before, Dumb and Dumberton released, "We're going to Nigeria." I mean, crickets, right? Awkward silence. But anyway, they put that out there to try to get headlines for themselves. Again, when you have nothing else, that's what you do. So let's look at these St. Meghan Markle examples, and then we're going to get into some of mine that I've found throughout this whole thing. Okay, so here's the thread on St. Meghan Markle, and I want to give a shout out to Ranger Horse Tug for posting this. I always like to give credit where credit is due, and it says, "When has Meghan done something to conflict with the royal events?" And I'm laughing because when has Meghan not done something to try to conflict with royal events, especially around Catherine, Princess of Wales' birthday? That's usually when you can see the most of that. You see it around the children's birthday as well, but it's usually mostly around Catherine's. Hey, everyone. I was wondering if you guys could, I think it's supposed to be, could provide dates of when Meghan put out pack pics, went out, or did something suddenly in order to try to take the limelight away from the royals, be it engagements, anniversaries, birthdays, etc. This can be in and out of her time in the royal family. I'd love to put together a timeline of this. Okay. Great idea. I'm here for it. This is something I've been covering for a long time. You can find, let's see, this video was 5 months ago. I put out a post around then asking for the same because it's daunting when you try to compile this stuff. She has done it so many times. So I'm going to read some of these responses and then I'm going to go into my own responses to this because I have so many examples of this exact thing. Here we have, I hope I'm saying your name right, Acanthasi. Okay. Pretty obvious and easy to find example is during the coronation when she went hiking and wore more gold jewelry than a pawn shop. Yes, who could forget that ridiculous hike with that rictus grin where the paparazzi once again happened to find her, in the woods? Hiking, I'm using air quotes there. No water bottle, but, hiking. Happened to find her. Sure, let's believe that. Minute Recent brings up the Platinum Jubilee. After being booed out of there, Meghan just had to release the daughter's first birthday photo. She was going to upstage the coverage and break the internet. The photo accomplished neither. All right, this poster, Lilibet57, says she's running out of ideas. The Lot Lizard walks, the ARO faux site, new collabs with Limonada, new programs with Netflix, and the being front and center don't work, and she knows nothing else. How about, the Lot Lizard walks will always be funny to me because it was 7 in a row, something like that, within a span of just weeks. It was so crazy. And then she was covered in stickers. Don't ever forget that. I won't. And then the concerts. She started going to concerts to try to be photographed near famous people. Too bad that everybody could see that the famous people didn't want to talk to Harry and Meghan. I think that's pretty great too. All right, who could forget this one? Posted by OK_Wrangler_7940. She dropped ARO right before William spoke at the Diana Awards. I think that was her last one. Unfortunately not. She tried again with the Prince and Princess of Wales's anniversary, but it was such a dud that maybe she's recognizing to make sure the next one is a can't miss. It will. Yeah, you're giving her too much credit and too much self-awareness that I don't believe she possesses. I don't think she's done with this ridiculousness, but it's funny to see her try. All right, this one was shared by C. La Canth, and it says, our considerate, modest saint had a good reason for not attending Pippa's wedding. According to Brides Magazine 2017, the couple was trying not to attract too much attention by appearing at the ceremony to distract from Pippa's shining moment. Brides everywhere applaud you, Meghan. Right now, Harry and Meghan are leaning toward not wanting to attract extra attention, especially on a day that's not about them, said a source to E! News. Wasn't that so thoughtful of her? You're right, Sela Canth. You're absolutely right. In fact, if you want to know more about this, I do recommend, let me just show you this. All right, if you haven't seen this one, go check it out. Meghan playing Look at Me at Pippa. I haven't said that in a long time. Let me say that again. Look at me. It's her favorite game to play. At Pippa Middleton's wedding. And yeah, you need to go watch this because she acted like a snot from start to finish that day. It wasn't just that. Everything was about her. And then they put out this ridiculous stuff to try to cover their you-know-whats by saying, no, we wouldn't want to attract attention. That's all they do. That's all they do. Ambien Chronicles, excellent name, gives a shout out to when she tried to get attention onto herself at Philip's funeral that same year by trying to release details of the flowers that she sent. Yep, that's the thing that happened. Prince Philip's funeral. They tried to make it about themselves. I believe it was done in this stupid calligraphy. I tried to find pictures, couldn't find it, but definitely putting their names all over it and then having, in my opinion, their press office spread this around, that it was definitely from them. It's just an unusual thing because, as we know, the royals don't typically brag about giving flowers at a funeral. Yes, my voice is getting louder because it's so ridiculous. So let's take a look at some of I guess I would say my favorite examples, but it's awful stuff. So some of the examples of them trying to do this. In no particular order, let's start out with Catherine's birthdays. That's their favorite time to pull some stuff. These pictures you see are the beautiful photos released for her birthday. Her birthday's January 9th. This is from her birthday in 2020. All right, so what did they do in 2020? Well, I'll tell you. 2 days before, we got these photos. Pictures of them at the Canada House. This is about the time that we had Megxit. So they dropped these bombs. They released these photos, I believe, timed perfectly to try to disrupt Catherine's birthday. Now, what's funny about these photos, the thing that people ended up talking about, well, is this. Take a look. Notice anything? Because I certainly do. Look around the armpit area. Yep, if you're going to be petty, I'm going to be petty too. So this was the 2020 birthday. Let's go to her birthday in 2021. All right, beautiful Catherine. Her birthday, January 9th. You know what they did? Oh, I'll tell you. They went ahead and happened, coincidentally, to release a story right around the same time about whether or not they would attend the Queen's 95th birthday celebrations in June. Sounds silly, I know, but that's what they do. If they don't have any news stories of their own, they put out stories like this. So that way, when you look up royal family, they'll pop up. They're trying to steal focus from our beautiful Catherine, Princess of Wales. All right, let's go to 2022. What did they do at her birthday? Now remember, this is a big one. This is her 40th birthday. She released these beautiful, breathtaking pictures. I love so much. Gorgeous, right? She released these beautiful pictures it was her official portrait in honor of her 40th Again, January 9th, 2022. What did they do? Oh, I'll tell you. They released a story about Meghan winning the ruling against the Daily Mail. Well, when did that actually happen? It happened in December. But all of a sudden, right before Catherine's birthday, all these stories started coming out about, oh, look, Meghan won. Look, she won. By the way, she won a pound settlement. But still, it happened to be released right at, it was actually the 6th. So it was right before Catherine, Princess of Wales' birthday, 40th birthday. They knew it'd be a big deal, so they released this information then. Even though it was announced in December, they released it then to try to steal focus. And then it brings us to this year, 2023, her birthday, again, January 9th. What happened around then? Here we go, celebrating her 41st birthday, looking gorgeous. I love this photo so much. Look how sweet she is. Okay, what happens around then? You guessed it. This was one of my top entries when I asked for help on this list. They released Spare. Spare came out the day after her birthday. And yeah, you could make a case that maybe he didn't get to pick the date, but come on. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. I found this comic right here saying, "Happy birthday, Kate." Oh, they got me a book and a picture of Spare. So it was a known thing, in my opinion. Nothing's ever coincidental, right? It's all on purpose to try to steal focus. But let's keep going with this list. I've covered the birthdays. Let's just talk about ways they've tried to overshadow members of the royal family. And again, these are in no particular order. I'll tell you the dates when they happen and give you as many facts as I've got. But there's just so many. It's shocking, honestly, to see them side by side like this. But let's take a look. All right. December 15th, 2022. Who could forget this look? One of my all-time favorites. Westminster Abbey, Christmas service for the Queen. So the idea was to celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth II. And what did they do to try to steal focus? Oh, I'll tell you. They released the Netflix, whatever you want to call it, documentary, Life Fest, whatever, on the same day. They can't stand it. December 15th, same day. Again, you might make a case, maybe they didn't get to pick that, maybe Netflix did, maybe. I just find that very coincidental, that a special thing that the royal family had planned, Catherine specifically, had planned, they try to steal focus and they release their Netflix documentary. Let's keep going. So many more examples. Another one that I got tons of feedback on, coronation, May 2023. So, of course, we have the coronation of King Charles, a huge historical event. Well, as we know, oh, look at Catherine looking gorgeous. Okay, as we know, I got distracted. Harold went and made this face the entire time. So he was there. Meghan couldn't stand it. What did she do? She happened, please read the sarcasm in my voice. She happened to get paparazzi'd or papped or whatever while she's hiking. I'm using big ol' air quotes for that. This is her hiking, no water bottle. Happened to see a photographer and know exactly where she's at. This is her hiking. This is her hiking face, you guys. Yeah. If you believe that, I have some property to sell you. But anyway, so that was her attempt to steal focus of coronation. Oh, but then we have Scottish coronation. Who could forget? Again, look at the blue. My God, gorgeous. This was July 2023. I remember it because I tried to be there. I love Scotland. I love the coronation. I love the royal family. All right, July 2023. What happened? Oh, I'll tell you. Not even, the coronation was July 5th. So what did they do? They released photos that day of themselves, supposedly. I say allegedly because I have issues. This was the photo we got, by the way. I didn't doctor it. It was that blurry. We're just supposed to believe this is that day, or I don't know. This was 4th of July, and they took the kids. They didn't release it on 4th of July, did they? They held on to it so they could release it the same day as the Scottish coronation, knowing what was going on, knowing that the royal family would be in the news, and we got to release our photos. And I'm sorry, they oddly dressed this child up like Princess Charlotte. I just find that so weird, but I've done a whole nother video on that. Go watch it. But anyway, yeah, same day. All right, let's talk William, September 2023. William was in New York for Earthshot's Prize Summit. Okay. Everybody was talking about this trip. He did such a great job. You can see the crowds lined up to meet him. Everybody had wonderful things to say about him. Sounds like he had amazing fan interactions, all the things, right? He did a great job. All right. So they couldn't stand it, right? September 2023. So what happened? Meghan, this was after Invictus. Meghan held on to this photo and released it at the same time to try to steal focus. She says this is from Women in Need in Dusseldorf. I don't know when I'm just going with what they reported it was. I just find it odd that they didn't release it at the time, that they held on to it until William was in New York to try to, again, steal attention, steal focus. So when Omid denies, like, oh yeah, they're not doing it, they don't know what the royals are up to. Okay, fine. I'd like to believe they're more out of the loop. I have a suspicion. People update them, but it doesn't explain why they hold on to photos that were not taken the day of and release them on days when the royal family members, such as William, have important events. All right, let's continue. Catherine, Princess of Wales, looking gorgeous. I love this look so much. Okay, just talked about this. This was November 2023, of course, the state dinner. All right, so we got this beautiful photo. We got these several beautiful photos of Catherine, Princess of Wales. We have the Prince of Wales at her side, looking dapper as ever. Okay, great. Big event for the royal family state dinner, like I say. So what do? All right, you remember, Meghan released pictures of herself like this, posing with Justice for Girls. Again, I did a whole video on it. You can go see the details, but you get the idea. Same time, same day. So wearing designer clothing and jewelry, expensive jewelry, while talking to girls living in poverty. So just let that sink in. Trying to steal focus and being completely inappropriate at the same time. They like to do that a lot. All right, need more examples? Cool, I got them. Ready? This is an event Catherine and Camilla, especially Camilla. This was an important event for Camilla. All right. This was June 2022. Camilla was in her brand new role that had been previously appointed by the Queen. She was the Royal Lady of the Order of the Garter. This is a Garter Day ceremony, okay? Let's see. This was at Windsor. Camilla displayed her new robes. Okay, this was a big deal. There's Princess Royal. I love Princess Anne so much. All right. This same day, June 13th, 2022, Meghan just happened to release this. She felt the need to visit. I think it was Project Fearless. I don't even know what this was about, but it was in the Netherlands, and she needed to release photos the same day. And so the reports is that it was a surprise visit, but she just happened to bring a photographer and release photos the same day that was particularly important to Camilla. Now Queen Camilla. So this is another big one that a lot of you had a lot to say about, and I totally get it. I feel the same way. The Queen, June 2022, her Platinum Jubilee. So we got these beautiful photos of the Queen, the family, all gathered for the Platinum Jubilee. Who could forget one of my all-time favorite moments, showing off her beautiful sense of humor and personality? Here we go. I get choked up when I see that photo. Okay, Platinum Jubilee, again, June 2022. What'd they do? Oh, they used this opportunity to release the first photo, and probably like one of the only photos, right, of, I won't say her name. I just call her Lily. Of Lily, right? But oh no, they don't try to overshadow or steal attention. It's like, hey, we knew we had to pull out something big here, so here's a picture of Lily to try to overshadow the Queen's Jubilee. Couldn't even let her have that. All right, let's go back to March 2020, right before the shit hit the fan, right? Globally. Camilla, she was at the Women of the World Festival, and it's touted as her first big speech. She gave a speech about domestic violence, and it was a big, important speech, right? She did this big, important speech. Well, Meghan, once again, made a surprise visit, this time to the National Theater, again with pop paparazzi, paps, whatever, who they when you Google it, they say they leaked the photos. Yeah, sure they did. They leaked the photos. The photos were leaked, guys. It wasn't on purpose. That it was the same time. Camilla had this big event. Meghan just happened to make a surprise visit to the National Theater and release these photos. But no, she's not trying to steal attention. Totally on accident, right? Crazy. A funny side note, though. Queen Camilla is now the patron of the National Theater, so I'd say she's having the last laugh over this situation. Let's keep going. William and Catherine, who could forget this? Oh, gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. I cannot believe it. She rented this dress. I believe they said it was around $100, something like that. Incredible. Oh, unbelievable. All right. So this was December 2022 during their tour, their U.S. tour. They were there in Boston for Earthshot. Who could forget these moments? My goodness. All right. Walking the beautiful green carpet. Okay. What did they do? Oh, let me tell you. Harry and Meghan released their trailer for the Netflix documentary. Same time. Again, maybe it wasn't their choice, but I find that awfully coincidental. They have a history of trying to derail William and Catherine. Think about the, Pakistan, I believe, tour. They try to upstage their tours. And this time, they did it by dropping this trailer during a very pivotal, important moment for the future king and queen. All right, let's go to February 2021. We have the beautiful Her Majesty, the late Queen. Okay. She had made a video urging people to take precaution. We're still in the thick of the virus, all the things. Okay. So, of course, this was a big, important video for her to make and for her to put out. It was all over the news. So what did they do? Prince Harry went and did James Corden. That's right. When you look this up, there actually is news coverage on this saying that he attempted to overshadow the Queen's important message around the pandemic. How did he do this? By drinking tea with these two idiots drank tea together. I actually did a deep dive on that on Patreon. It's ridiculous. The whole thing. I want that time of my life back from watching that stupid James Corden thing. It's just like they're in a contest to see who could be dumber than the other. I don't know who wins and who loses. But yeah, people were outraged by this because of the insensitivity and trying to draw focus away from the Queen's important message. So there's still a million examples. I have a whole legal pad with all my writing and scribblings of different dates and different things that they've done. This is a pretty good start to this list. I still have a million more examples. So consider this a part one because I want to keep going with this because I don't think they should be let off the hook. And I don't think Omid should either. He tells these lies in these books, and that's exactly why I'm reading it, discussing it, and I'm calling it out because that's what they are. They're lies. This is not coincidence. I used the word before. I'll use it again. I think Meghan is destructive. I think Harry as well. I think they are trying to take down the royal family as evidenced by Endgame. I think they especially go after, Harry tends to go after William, but they really like to go after Catherine, Princess of Wales. And it's disgusting to watch. So I'm going to continue to make videos like this, calling out the awful behavior. Guys, this is where I really want you to chime in. And I thank you again for everybody who wrote me examples like these that you saw here and so many more that I haven't gotten to yet. So please leave me your examples in the comments below from like trivial thing. It's not trivial, but smaller things like revealing pregnancy at Eugenie's wedding. Like how disgusting is that? Why does Eugenie stick with that? I don't understand that. To Prince Philip's funeral and trying to garner attention through a wreath. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm going to get into that next time. But I need more examples, so please leave them below. Specifically, I'm looking for times when they tried to overshadow the royal family, when the royal family had an event or something going on, and they tried to do the parking lot photo releases or whatever they're trying, the concert photo releases, that sort of thing. Anything to get attention for themselves and steal it away from the royal family. Because I'm ready to continue to call out the lies that the three of them keep spinning. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed putting this one together. They're disgusting, and it's interesting to see it all laid out like this, isn't it? The pattern of envy, jealousy, all the things, right? Trying to get focus for themselves and pretty much being the worst people ever. A huge thank you to everybody who helped with this list. It was a daunting task to compile it. I really do want to do more like this. So if you have more examples that I missed, please leave them in the comments below. As always, a huge thank you to all of your support, for all your kindness, your graciousness in the comments. You don't know how much it means to me. I just, I appreciate you all so much. I really do. Thank you for everything. I truly hope you have the best day. If you want to further support, you know how to do it. Check out the merch. We got Recollections May Vary. We got Make It Make Sense and Not Bloody Likely, one of my favorites. So many. And check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have the best day. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.